Hello friends, I'm Abby and today I'm setting up my August bullet journal, and my theme this month is kind of a neutral book theme. So I have some really cute bookish washi tapes, and on my cover page I'm just drawing this little doodle of some books leaning with a cup of coffee on top of them. August is when I go back to work, so I wanted to make sure that I had a fairly simple, easy to come up with theme, and I'm just using some Tombow Dual brush pens to color in some of the books and to add accent colors throughout the month. So I have this kind of maroon one. I also am using a dark brown and two tan ones. I also have this gold marker that I'm using to write on top of the book. So I'm writing August 2021 and using my Jelly Roll white gel pen to add some accents to the books. Next up is the quote page, and I found this quote that really just spoke to me this month about books and reading. And the quote is, "She reads books as one would breathe air, to fill up and live." So I'm just sketching it out here, and then I'm going to go through with my markers and add the words in. I'm using the gold marker just to add a little bit of an accent to the calligraphy words. And then I have this washi tape that I mentioned. It's just got some words printed on it. You can't really read what the words say, but it's super cute. And then this kind of medium brown checkered washi tape. Next up is my calendar spread, and I do 6x6 boxes, just kind of drawing straight lines across vertically, and horizontally. I don't do the vertical lines in my calendar spreads. I just think this makes it cleaner for me to look at. And I'm using my gold marker to add in the days of the week or the numbers on the calendar. And I have this vertical washi tape that I really like, and it is kind of a vintage theme, a vintage look, and I thought it went really well with this bookish theme for the month. This page is my brain dump spread, so I'm just adding some doodles on the very bottom of this bookshelf. So all I did, and these doodles are super easy to make, I just make some rectangles on top of the bottom shelf, and I alternate the horizontal and vertical books, as well as add in some leaning books too. To color the books, I'm just kind of using my different Tombow Dual brush pens and randomly picking books to color certain colors. So there is no rhyme or reason for which books I color which color. I kind of just eyeballed it and went with what I felt looked right. Next, I'm just using my Jelly Roll gel pen to add in some details on the books, because I think that that really elevates the doodles to another level. Rather than just having the books, which I think looked cute on their own, I'm just adding some little dots and lines to make them look more realistic. Next, I'm setting up my gratitude tracker as well as my mood tracker, and I'm setting it up a little differently this month because I wanted this whole page to look like a book, like an open book. So I'm kind of, as you can tell, connecting both sides, and my gratitude tracker will remain the same. It will essentially just be a line each day that I can write what I'm thankful for, but my mood tracker is a little bit different. So as you can see, I'm doodling kind of the outside of a book, and then I am going to number the days of the month. So I just number 1 through 31 down the side of the book pages. And then across the top for my mood tracker, I basically have a Likert scale, which is just a scale 1 to 10. So that is how I'm going to track my moods this month. Rather than having specific moods, I'm going to track kind of on a scale of 1 to 10 how I'm feeling. And then this second column that I'm drawing is going to be my sleep tracker. So my goal is to get 8 hours of sleep a night. And so I have the tracker going up to 8. If I get more than 8, then I will just mark 8 since that's my goal. But that is the plan, is to track my sleep this month. Next up is my habit tracker spread, and I have this craft paper that I just crumbled a bunch of different ways, and I'm adding it in at the bottom left corner, and then I'll also add a piece in the top right. And this is just kind of some vintage decoration that I wanted to add to the spreads. The habit tracker, I am doing boxes that are shaped like the month. So I just put a little dot in each box if I complete the habit, which you'll not see me add the habits in because I haven't decided yet which habits I want to track for the month. So I don't add any habits at the moment, but I will be tracking 6 habits, as you can see, because I have the 6 monthly boxes. In the right hand side of the page, I am doing my expenses tracker, and this month I'm tracking 4 weeks of expenses. So I'm just making 4 different rows, and then I also do 4 different columns, and the columns are for the week number, the description of the item I bought, how much I spent on it, and how much of my personal money is left. And then in the left hand column, I'm just kind of drawing some book doodles. I always draw some kind of doodle in my expenses tracker, so this month I'm just doing some different book doodles. I have this washi tape you may have seen me using. It's just a single piece that has words written on it, and I'm just kind of using it as a drop shadow here rather than using a color for the drop shadow. And last but not least, I'm setting up my first weekly spread. So I have been loving this layout where I just kind of do a 12 by 14-ish box. I am really just eyeballing it because it's easier for me that way. But I just make this circle, I add the number of the day in there, and then I just write the day of the week beside it. This has been my favorite format. It's open, it's quick to make, especially when I only do 1 week at a time, so it definitely makes it easier to make my next week's spread when the time comes. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm just adding a spot for notes, and in the top left-hand corner, I'm adding a spot for a little book doodle where I can track which week it is. And then in the middle of the spread, I'm adding this words washi tape because I think it just adds a super cute element and it splits the weeks in half. And that completes my August bullet journal setup. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed planning along with me, and I hope you enjoy this flip through as you get to see what I did in sum for my August bullet journal. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with anyone who you think would enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.